Hello beautiful people, let's make this yummy chinchin. Here I have flour and we're going to sift this flour. It's important to sift your flour when you're making chinchin because no kneading is required. It helps give you very good chinchin. And I also brought in baking powder and we'll also sift this out, and nutmeg as well. You can use any flavoring of your choice for chinchin. I also brought in milk flavor, sugar and salt, and we're going to mix all this to combine properly. You can use the quantity of sugar you desire. If you have a sweet tooth, increase the quantity more than I used. And in another bowl, I brought in milk and eggs. I also added melted butter, condensed milk. This is optional, but I want this chinchin to have a creamy, rich taste. And we're going to whisk all this in to combine properly. We'll pat a hole in the dry ingredients and we'll pour in the wet ingredients, and we'll start bringing this together to form a dough. So at first, I will use my spatula because this is a bit messy. We'll bring it to the point where I'm not able to mix it with my spatula again, and I'll come in with my clean hands. We'll keep mixing this in till all the dry ingredients is absorbed, and I'll transfer this to my work table so that it will be easier for me to bring it together. We are not kneading at all. We're just bringing this together for everything to form a dough. So when you're making chinchin, kneading is not required except you want your chinchin hard, which is what most people prefer. We'll transfer this back in the bowl and I'll cover this to rest for about 20 minutes. That will give me enough time to go wash my dishes. And after 20 minutes, I'm going to divide this because we are not going to work with all the dough at once. We'll work with each dough per time. I just spread out a little flour, just a little, so that this wouldn't stick to the rolling pin. Please do not add so much flour because it will make your oil to foam. And we'll stretch this out. We're not going to stretch this out so thin. So this is the size we'll stretch it out to. And let's cut this. You can either use your knife or your pizza cutter to cut this. I always go with my pizza cutter. We'll trim off the edges of the dough and you fold it again for another batch. And we're going to cut this. Now let me show you the cutter I used to make this chinchin. Most of us have this cutter at home, but you think it's only for vegetables. No, you can use it to give design to your chinchin also. And we're going to cut this out. It gives this chinchin a unique shape and appealing to the eyes for people to want to eat this or patronize you if you're doing this as a business. Before now, I've started preheating my oil because you need very hot oil to fry this. This is how it looks after cutting. With my scraper, I'll scoop this. This makes it easier for you to transfer it into the oil without splashing oil all over. And you need a deep pan to fry your chinchin, deep wide pan. This is because some of the time the oil might start foaming. So when you have a deep pan, it gives you an edge to control the oil. We'll bring it into the hot oil and allow this to fry for at least 30 seconds before turning it. The chinchin is going to separate by itself just like you stayed doing, but you need to turn it so that some wouldn't be burning underneath without you knowing it. And when you're frying chinchin, you have to be on standby because you keep turning this so that all the chinchin will have the same shade of color. If you have issues of the oil for your chinchin foaming a lot when you're frying chinchin, I've said before, reduce the flour you dust on the cut out chinchin and also reduce the quantity of the egg and butter you add in. These are the factors that will make your oil to foam, except the oil in itself is not a good one from the beginning. That's another factor that will affect your chinchin. We'll keep stirring this till all sides are golden brown in color. You need hot oil to fry chinchin. If your oil is not hot enough, it's going to soak up lots of oil, and if your oil is too hot, it's going to burn so fast without cooking well on the inside. And remember that when your pastries come out from the oil, it's going to change to one shade darker. So be sure of the colors you want. You deep fry your chinchin. That way when it cools, it will still be crunchy without going soft easily. And I'll always transfer this out in my serviette paper to drain out the oil. Now we'll spread this out and allow this to cool completely before packing it into airtight containers so that it doesn't go soft or mushy with time. When I make this type of chinchin, we call it chinchin cookies. It's not that hard, strong chinchin. This is crunchy on the outside and very soft inside. Even babies can eat this one. If you want yours harder than this, you might consider not adding in baking powder at all. This is a very simple chinchin recipe you can make for home use or for business, and people will actually want more. And mine is completely cooled. I'll add them into airtight containers. So if this is for sale for you, this is the time to weigh this so that each bottles contain the quantity you want for sale so that you monitor your profits. I always say that homemade recipes are the best and every meal is possible in your kitchen. I hope you learned a thing or more from this video. Remember, a glory homemaker will give you value for your time. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.